What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. And a lot of people always asking me about people in the drill culture. A person I'm always asked about is 051 Melly. A lot of people always ask me, why do the BDs hate him like that? Um, I think that's an intricate story. You got to understand his story is a little different because he wasn't a rapper. He didn't have songs on the internet. He wasn't a fashion designer. He wasn't a producer. He was just strictly a straight street dude. And that's crazy because we done seen a few people like that kind of rise in the drill culture, the drill market, who wasn't really rappers. We seen it with people like D Rose 600 and K.I. A lot of people attribute them to the drill culture, even though we can't find music of theirs on the internet. Even though I do think D Rose started doing music later on and shit like that. Um, I can't really pinpoint the exact thing with Melly. I done talked to a lot of people in the drill culture who's close to him. I actually had an opportunity to talk to him a few times in the DM. Um, in my opinion, I believe the problem might stem from street shit. Everybody from the same area. Melly from the same area. Keith and them from out there. Everybody went around the same area and shit like that. So everybody know each other. Melly was once upon a time cool with like King Von's sister. He's once upon a time cool with Tay 600's sister. So it's a relationship between everybody. Just that frenemy shit I'm talking about. But when I do my research and I go back as far as I can, if you ask me, I think it has something to do with a guy by the name of Zico. I think he ended up losing his life due to gun violence, and there was rumors that maybe the BDs had something to do with that. I think that might have started the friction. I think it might have been shit already before then, but I think that's probably what started the shit as far as for the internet to see. From a lot of people I talked to, they told me that Melly was a BD, but he was like renegade. He wasn't, the type of BD as them. I was told that he came from around there. He has relatives and family members that's part of that shit. I was actually told that one of the big, most respected BDs, Lil Law, is kin to Melly. I don't know how real that is. Remember, the internet run with a lot of rumors and shit. Melly actually lost his life due to gun violence. A lot of people thought it was the ops. A lot of people said it was the ops. I always thought that was funny with it being on 61st and St. Lawrence at a house party that has all those type of gang members in it. And he wasn't killed outside the party. He was killed inside the party. So for an op to take a chance to come to an op neighborhood on a block with a whole bunch of gang members there and trap himself inside the house, kind of found that weird. I always thought that was a personal dispute. The internet actually says who they believe did this shit because I guess Melly shot up a house or something like that. I'm not going to tell you that because I couldn't verify that, even though I kind of do believe that might be 100% true, but I won't verify that because I can't do that. So I just think, with a lot of the killers, and then you got to understand 051, which is Melly linked to them, is responsible for a lot of shit. A lot of people say they're responsible for like Chino, Raheem, Bobo, people like that, well-respected people as far as NTHF, which is kind of linked with Lil Durk, and ABD. So I think a lot of that has to do with that. And then L.A. Capone losing his life by the hands of some of Melly friends. So I just think Melly was in the mix, a real street dude. I heard stories about him starting shit with people in the jails, and some people told me he was a bully too, Remember, I talked to him in a DM. He told me that the internet made him hot, that he never wanted to be this hot dude, that the internet did that shit. I kind of believe that a little bit, to be honest with you. But I think a lot of that shit have to stem with the street shit. I think the Zico, the L.A. Capone, I think all that kind of pushed it overboard, But I think with him being a BD, a frenemy, I think him and Crump was targeted by a lot of BDs. Really didn't like those guys. I'm not sure if those guys lost their life by the hands of the BDs, though, because those deaths kind of seem personal to me. But that's my opinion on Melly. I got a few more things I'm going to tell you about Melly because I talked to him a few times in the DM. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate the love. Make sure you subscribe so you can be there when I be giving you these exclusive stories because there's a lot of shit in the drill culture that I didn't been involved in, and I want to share those stories with you. So I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I got some news about T-Roy that I'm going to drop next in my next blog, but you got to hit the subscribe button so you can be there to be the first to get that news. It's the homie truth.